Hey, in this video, I'm going to be going over pretty much Google Cloud to show you you can pretty much use natural language as SQL. So you'll be able to just, instead of writing SQL code, spending time analyzing SQL code or fixing it, you'll be able to easily use Gemini to write SQL statements and pretty much do the coding for you, transform like basically everyday talk into SQL queries and so forth. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see, here's this table. So in the old days, you probably wrote you probably wrote some select queries or inner joins this way. In the new way, instead of doing all this, Gemini has a cool feature where you can just kind of click here on the Gemini screen and you can just generate whatever code that you want with Gemini to get you the details, to get you to query whatever you need. So to give you an example, I'm just going to generate natural queries, SQL prompts using query. So in this one, I'll do show the menu IDs and total revenue. So let's just do right here. We can just do it from the order, and you can just put the table names. You can see that I have the table names right here, the location, menu, order item, order item table with the top three highest and top three lowest total revenue. You can generate, and what's cool is it does the work for you. So not only will it write the select statement, but it'll just pull from the tables and then it'll do it all that. And what we can do is we can insert this right here into the code and run it. But if you want, what you can also do this where you can kind of click here and you can explain the query for you. So it'll analyze it before you run it. But right now, I'm just going to run this query to show it worked. But here's the breakdown. It's telling us what this query will do. Aims to identify and display the menu and total revenue from two distinct menus. And then so I can go ahead and just run this and it'll run and you can see the results. So now if I want to do things like I want this total revenue decimal places, it's hard to read with all this like, 792.92. I can just transform the query from within. So let's see. You can just do here and then you can just do transform. And just click generate. And then insert, it'll show you what it'll do over here. And then once you run it, it'll fix the other one and it'll just do the total revenue by 0.2. So it's very powerful. You can fix it in real time from within. You don't have to do any SQL querying. We don't have to write any of these statements, no select statements, no, and then it can even handle joins. So in this next exercise, what I'm gonna do is I'll do like one of the more complex statement where it has to join multiple tables to get to the result. So uh, to, to show you that this can be used for just more complex queries like join queries. And so you can just do something like, we can add something like this. And again, you just open up another SQL query and just click the SQL generation tool and just enter any prompt. So I want to join the menu table with the order item table. I want to join this table with the order item table. And I want to return the menu ID and the item names and then just see what my top three and the bottom three revenue are. So just before you had to use select statements, have inner joins, you had to group by, union all, a lot of different things. But now you can just make a simple query like this. It'll do the work for you. and then there's a syntax error, but we can just kind of fix it within the query. And then let's see, do it right here. I'll insert this query right now. We'll run this query, and then we have our results right there from the item name. It's pulling the item names, and we can see the total revenue is. And then again, we can have it explain the query. I can just completely highlight the whole thing. Gemini, explain this query for me, and then it'll open up a side window where it'll explain it. And then again, you can do transformations in real time. So if I ever want this in two decimal places, I'll again click here, transform. Instead of refactoring your code, you just do it right here. You just type it right here. And let me show you what's going on here in the transform screen. So BigQuery shows the differences in the code. The replaced lines are in the red background, and it modifies it. So once you insert it, it should modify it, and you can just run the fix right here, and it'll run the fix right there for you. And then you can even debug things. So let's say someone gave you a code that does not work. Your teammate gave you a code in real time that won't run. So when you run it, you get hit with this error. Now you can just have the Gemini review the code for you. What you can do is you can access Gemini chat right here. And then just in the Gemini chat, be like, hey, I get this error. When I run the following code. I mean, this is a much faster way to debug. Essentially, you want this to do the thinking for you. It'll analyze the prompt, the error, and then it'll give you the output. And a lot of times it'll just fix the code for you. You can just copy that. Let's open up a new line, paste it, run it. All of a sudden it's working now. And so anytime you have bad code, instead of the first step should be, I would say now using Gemini, just so you can scale your time and be more efficient. But you no longer have to worry about writing long queries or analyzing them too much. You can use Gemini as like the base layer to make sure that it's working, that you can refine it, and you can get the output you want. And if not, then you can rely on your skills that you have, and to look at the code and triage it in more detail. And again, you can, in this chat, you can also be like, hey, you can just use this to keep coding better. Be like, can you update this? Just shows the highest decimals. I can just say something like that, and then it'll generate the same code but fixed, that I can just run again to make sure that it's right. So now I can just copy here, open up another instance, run this, and then you can kind of see now it worked exactly like design. And again, guys, Google has free instances. If you go to skills.google.com, where you can kind of look at this, practice it in real time. The logic is the same. Obviously, you'll have your own enterprise data and not the sample ones that they have for this Coffee on Wheels company, but the logic is the same. If you can query this data, if you can use Gemini to query, transform this data, it's the same concept in any other data, whether you're a consulting firm and you're looking at sales data, or you're a service firm and you're looking at like service data, what's fixed where, etc. It's all the same. Highly recommend you try. And this is a good, I hope this video kind of shows you how you can kind of use Gemini to pretty much generate the logic for you, generate the code, run the query for you, explain the query, edit the query, and so much more.